Hey, this is Eric Menzel from Coldwell Banker. Today I'm here at the closing table with Christy Fry, one of the awesome closers at Guardian Title, here to tell you a little bit about title insurance. So, the big question is, most people have heard of title insurance, but what is it? What does it do?
Very good. Thanks for having me here today, Eric.
Yeah, sure.
Title insurance is the insurance that you'll need to make sure that the property you're purchasing has no liens, encumbrances, encroachments, or anybody that's filed a right or a claim to the property. It gives you the security as a buyer to know that you're getting something that you should be getting 100% of, that you're not going to be buying anything with a potential risk or lien to it and going forward.
Okay, so we like to say that title insurance protects the past, not the future like regular insurance.
It absolutely does, Eric. It completes everything in the past. So if there's anything that a seller knows about a property, they need to let our title companies know so that we can also continue to do that search to make sure there is no liens or encumbrances.
Okay, great. Sounds good. So I always think of title people as the unsung heroes of our transactions. We don't see you a whole lot during the process, but right from day one, you're working hard. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing behind the scenes while the rest of the transaction is going on?
Sure. Once the contract is entered into our system, we start a search in our title plan, and that search is going out there and looking at all of the past records associated with a property or with a buyer or seller's name. That produces what's called a title commitment to insure. That's what's issued out to buyers, sellers, real estate professionals, and to the lenders involved in the transaction. At that point, what we're doing is we're reaching out to everyone, letting everyone know what we're going to need to help facilitate closing the transaction and making sure everyone's getting the insurances that they deserve and need. After that point is done, we start processing the file, and processing the file means calling the homeowners association to get a status letter if there is one. Make sure there's no money that's due to the homeowners association. We also reach out to the lenders who have payoffs against the property so that we can get a payoff done for the sellers. From there, we're also going to be reaching out with the lender, getting them the documents that they need to support their file so that when they send their figures and numbers over to us, we'll be able to prepare a settlement statement, which is a document that's going to basically disclose everything about the transaction onto one piece of paper called a closing disclosure and a seller and buyer settlement statement.
Okay, so invaluable, and you just make us look great, so we appreciate that.
That's the goal.
Yeah? Yeah, cool. So we've made it to closing day. We're sitting at the closing table. Mm-hmm. What should people expect?
Oh my gosh. It's a great time to carve out about an hour every day to come to the closing. Schedule it with your real estate professional at a time that works for you so that you don't have to worry about children or work schedules or those kind of things. Bring your valid photo ID with you to the closing. And then what we'll do is sit down and go through all the paperwork associated with the closing. We're going to outline the figures associated with the expenses, debits and credits in the transaction. We're going to go through the closing instructions, the real estate agreements, the water and sewer agreements. We'll also go ahead and close the lender's transaction. So if we're working with the buyer, we'll go through loan documents. We will make copies of everything, fund it, issue cashier's checks or wire transfers to people when the transaction's complete. If you are the seller, I would encourage you to make sure and call your bank before coming to the closing. Get wiring instructions directly from the bank. There's so much wire fraud these days. We want to make sure everyone's protected and that their money is safe and sound as we transfer it over to them.
Really important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, we hope that everybody gets to a successful closing here soon, and we'll see you at the closing table. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
All right.